SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everybody? It's the B.O.B., and I'm here with my man E. How are you doing today?
I am feeling festive on a Christmas weekend, Bob. Hopefully you are too. And everybody out there in SimWorld.
Absolutely. It's Christmas Eve. I mean, I think Christmas is one of my, it is one of my favorite times of the year. The family gets together, opens presents, gets to see everybody's faces when they open up one of those great gifts or terrible gifts that you get them. So,
yeah.
Well, this is Around the Table with E and the Fat Man. That is E. I'm the Fat Man, and this is the podcast where we talk about whatever we want. And talked a little bit before the show. It is Christmas Eve, so why don't we give some, if we were Santa, let's talk about some gifts that we would give the SimWorld prep teams, a player, a coach, whoever. If you could give a gift to something in SimWorld prep, well, who would that be?
Yeah. A couple things come to mind for me, Bob, and one definitely is if I could wrap something up, leave it under the tree, I might do so for Mansa Mulla, who is the head coach of Gotham 5. They have stumbled out of the gate. They're just 1-4. Here's the thing: is I kind of like this G5 team. I like the parts. I like the Williamses. How can you not like the Williamses? You got Big Mugen, who's up to full 7 foot now. And, he's doing his thing. He's averaging a double-double. He's never going to be a huge, offensive contributor, but just even putbacks and stuff around the rim. He's averaging about 12, more than 10 rebounds, 2 blocks a game. I mean, talking about a solid guy in the paint there. And Majer leading the team in scoring with 13. He's been all right. Other pieces, too, Keontae Deore's been around for a long time. Carter Cash, I like. There's something wrong with G5, however. Talked about it on Discord this week, and it's just been too much for Mugen Williams to try to hold down things on his own there. And there's nobody else who's a true paint presence. So if I could wrap up something and leave it under the G5 Christmas tree, it would have to be a big man. This team is one other really good big man away from being, I think, a pretty talented squad that could compete this year. But without that, I don't know. They're winning 20% of their games right now. They're 1-5. I'd expect that to maybe get a little bit better, but I don't know how it gets back on the plus side of 500 unless they could find somebody else to man the paint and bang down there with Mugen Williams. So I think I'll give a gift to Coach Mulla, G5. How about a big man underneath your Christmas tree this year?
1-5. So you're predicting they're going to lose their next game, E?
Oh, I'm sorry, 1-4.
No, I see. You think
of their 5 games.
You heard it here first. He thinks Gotham 5 is going to lose to Beyond the Arch.
And I made a prediction. You're right. Well, I think they are going to lose more games without that big man, Bob. That's my thing.
I don't know, because I feel like Mugen Williams can handle. I think he could handle it himself. I don't necessarily feel like it's a talent issue for Gotham 5 this year. Because, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, Mugen Williams, Majer Williams, they're no slouches. Majer Williams is one of the top shooters in all of SimWorld Prep. Mugen Williams, I mean, he grew 7 foot tall, 225. I mean, that's a powerful presence down low when you're playing against a bunch of other kids. And then, Carter Cash, Cal McKnight, Bruno John, Misty's solid. Keontae Deore, there is no shortage of talent on this team. You give them that gift, because you can never have, in my opinion, too much size. So give them that good power forward. That's 6'10", 6'11" to pair with Mugen Williams. But I would take that gift back, because I don't think that's the issue, E. But that's okay. That's okay. We all think differently. I'm going to go to the other side of the world.
Yeah, who you got?
I'm going to go ahead, and I would give a gift to SimWorld Asia Pacific. And I would give...
You're going to give APAC.
I'm going to give APAC a green card for Sun Chung-gu. Because the fact that he is not able to play in the international games, to us, any game outside of Asia.
Japan, yeah.
Coach is holding him back, because why let him play and mess up the camaraderie that's being built on the court right now?
Yeah.
But they're 1-4. I think that Sun Chung-gu, I think he could be the spark that this team needs. But when you have all the political stuff, people getting their hands into the pie bucket, whatever you want to say, him not being there is such a big loss for them. But they have talent. Devin Fields is talented. Jin Song Deng is talented. Kai Newby, JD Reyes, like they returned a lot of talent from last season. I think 4 of their 5 starters, and 1-4 is not how I expected them to start the season. But you look across the board, I mean, they're not hitting their free throws. They're not hitting any shots, and that is a huge issue when you're playing basketball. Is if you're not hitting your shots, you're not winning.
Yeah, it's tough to win.
So my big shiny gift would definitely go to SimWorld Asia Pacific to give that green card to Sun Chung-gu so he can play outside of the Asian countries.
In the USA in particular, right?
Specifically in
the
United States. Specifically, let him play in the United States and we'll be able to... I mean, it's stunting his growth right now because he's going to have to play. If he sticks at SimWorld Asia Pacific next season in Season 3, he's still going to have Le'Veon Fields, Gerardo Fields, Leonardo Fields, and Oliver West to play with. He's not getting that time in actual game time with them to build his... I can't. It's Christmas Eve. I know I still got some shopping to do. I can't think of the word I want to use. Build their chemistry. There we go. I don't know.
Yeah, chemistry, camaraderie. No, I know what you mean 100%, whatever the word is, Bob. We haven't, he's barely playing 8 minutes a game in the games he has appeared, Sun Chung-gu, and I get it. Coach Shiro Lee has a problem on his hands. You want to develop that player who looks like he could be a special player, but you can only play him half the time or less. And then, you're kind of disturbing your set rotations and everything else that you got when you do throw him in out there. It's a tough situation. Coach Lee, maybe he's playing for the future a little bit.
Yeah.
Sun Chung-gu just is 15 years old. Straighten these things out, and maybe he is the star of this team for real in 2 years. But, we've all seen what Sun Chung-gu can do when we've seen him just in pickup games and practice. And it just kind of breaks your heart a little bit not to be able to see him do that in real games. So I like your gift, Bob, there. Put a nice bow, maybe some sparkles, a little sprinkle that on there.
Sprinkle a little freedom on there. Let him go.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, for SGC. Correct. Well, let me take it back because I got one more gift in my bag.
Perfect.
In my sleigh here to hand out. And if I could give one more gift, it'd be a real simple one. I'd give it to SimWorld Latin America, Gael De Leon, the head coach, and the Havana combination there, the two Cubans kind of leaving this team, Akiyama Ravello and Richard Hennessy. And I would give Latin America a victory. They are the last winless team in SimWorld. They are 0-4. And here's the thing, they are the last to kind of make it to that mark, but this is not a terrible Latin America team. This is not a squad that is going to, threaten to stay winless throughout the whole year. There is no chance of that. Big man Hennessy, 7'1", almost 280 pounds. He's been real solid for them. His PER numbers are actually great. His PER numbers are as good as almost anybody's out there as a big man, almost hitting 30 in that regard, 11 points, 8 rebounds, almost 3 blocks a game. And Akiyama Ravello, been a little bit of a revelation, needs to improve his shooting percentages, but I kind of get the feeling that, once he does, and that is just a bit of an anomaly, his numbers are going to stamp up there. He's going to be kind of the offensive force driving this team. And then you also do have a handful of other guys pretty decent. Xavier Hawkins, Tavian Jones, Red Jounter, Pablo Montero. There's some talent out there on this team. And here's the good news is I know this gift's coming a little bit late. It's not going to arrive by Christmas Day. Apologies. I'll get you one of those belated cards or something. But it is coming Latin America. Specifically, it is coming on Wednesday the 27th. And that is when Latin America is going to be taking on SimWorld Middle East. Middle East, kind of traditionally a SimWorld doormat over the first 2 seasons, but they are already off the mark. They won a game. So they've already gotten a victory under their belt. Latin America is going to take one from them Wednesday, the 27th. or is that the 28th? Whatever it is, coming up. It's the 27th. I just double checked that. Latin America is going to get a win, and Oldie Lava is going to put a nice pretty bow on that one for you. That's going to be your first victory of the season, Coach De Leon.
You know, you stole my last one too. So
Oh well, we can double up on a gift. We can go halvesies on it.
we can,
People
but
like that kind of
I'll throw a different one out there just for the sake of throwing another one out there. Can we get Corey Yams and Almighty Soul some help down there in H-Town? I mean, Corey Yams has absolutely dominated this season. Almighty Soul's coming on as a 15-year-old, second leading scorer on that team, and he has 11.8. The next leading scorer on that team is Tyrell Thompson with 6.5 points. They have two people averaging double digits and then nobody else averaging over 6.5. When you're not scoring, you're just that 1-3 record. They have the talent there. I know J-Mo's having a little bit of a down year. Vincent Magic's having a little bit of a down year.
Both the kids from Port Arthur, Texas. Vincent Magic and Keith and Carter, the Port Arthur twins.
All of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they need to get to get back on the right track, but get them some help if they want to be the Texas team. Because right now it's not looking like last season. We were always talking about during for the first like 75% of the season, we were talking about how Texas was better. Really Texas was better than California. Texas was better than California.
Right.
Right. Not this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I appreciate you hopping on for a Christmas Eve episode. Is there anything that you want to tell the people?
No, I mean, I like that you got to sneak an extra one in there because I stole your thunder. Let me sneak a very last one in there too, because you know what? There's a player in this game I watch, and I will also gift him more minutes, which he deserves. And that is Robert McGee on Heartland. Heartland Zombie Star. See, I almost get choked up talking about him. Why is he only playing 8.7 minutes a game? His PER is over 30. He's the best on the squad. Give that kid run.
He's averaging 8 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1.3 assists. I mean, if you give him, just double it up. I mean, double it up, double it up +2, and you got yourself a double machine down there.
Double kid. That's right.
That'll be the help that Benari James needs.
Free Robert McGee. That's right. There you go. That's all I got though, Bob. Other than wishing you and everybody out there in Sim World a very Merry Christmas, and hope everybody's got a great New Year coming up too.
Absolutely, and obviously we'll probably have a special New Year's Eve edition too, since next Sunday's the 31st, but we appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and have a great rest of your weekend.
Later, folks.